Hello there, my very good friends. On this wrestling news video, Andrade has disappeared from AEW already.
Def Rebel are on their final WWE contract.
An AEW star says he's going to be injured for 2 years.
And rumours intensify that Chris Jericho is leaving All Elite Wrestling.
My goodness, I'm Andy Murray.
I'm Michael Hamflett.
And today is the news. That's what we say every
That's
day.
it. That's the one.
All right. Andrade. The H stands for hell. What the is going on? Does that work? Hell, what the? Yeah, what the hell is going on with this geezer? What's this? What's this? I'm Jack Skellington up in here with this guy at the moment. So he left WWE. He bounced out of there, and there was all kinds of talk of wellness violations and disciplinary, not showing up to things. Who knows how many of them were true? I had no idea whatsoever. Pretty dramatic exit. As soon as he departed from there, he showed back up in AEW, a promotion where he once punched a guy in the face backstage to try and get fired, allegedly. He showed back up. He joined the Don Callis family because he's a human being. Everyone joins. Everyone joins the Don Callis family. And he has not appeared for AEW since. This was 2-3 weeks ago. He's not been back. He's not shown up. He attacked Kenny Omega in an angle that seemingly isn't going to be followed up. What the hell's going on, man?
Yeah.
He was notably absent from a recent Don Callis family birthday celebration segment. He wasn't there. The other 50 members were. But on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez talked about the situation. There was also this Lucha Libre match that Andrade was supposed to have a match with LA Park, my boy, somewhere. That was cancelled, and they replaced it with another match featuring Demus, I think, who's a beast, by the way. But he's been removed from... He's not on TV. No one knows what the heck is going on here. Alvarez said, however, that people within AEW do know why he's not been around. They do know why, but they're not talking. They ain't saying anything to these pesky journalists. And they're snooping and pooping. And a bunch of people in the company, apparently, are in the dark regarding his future situation. There's no word on what the heck's going on. Don't know if it's creative. Don't know if it's personal. Don't know if it's behind-the-scenes issues. Don't know if maybe he's on vacation. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's in Mallorca. He's at Calador, sipping on a diluted cocktail. Benidorm. He might be in Benidorm. Yeah. You never know. Who knows? Magaluf. He's a Magaluf guy.
Surrounded by women at the Fontainebleau, hypothetically.
Yeah, he's a very good-looking man, to be fair.
An absolute piece.
Absolute piece. But we don't know what's going on. It's a weird situation. What is this? Andrade and headlines are... They're married at this point. To an extent, right? I feel kind of sorry for the guy, to a degree, because it feels like at the moment he can't breathe without it becoming a thing.
Yeah.
But also, what's happening that's attracting all these things? You know, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. Andrade is one of the most interesting people in the world.
Yeah.
He just does stuff. Stuff happens all over the place when he is around. I love him as a wrestler. I just don't know what the heck is going on. And people in AEW aren't talking about it.
Yeah, like, I'm kind of with you on all of this. Like, often we should look at common denominators as common denominators. Yeah. And sometimes, like, things happen to people, but sometimes people bring things on themselves. Was it not CM Punk that famously said about Jack Perry, if you've got a problem with Jack Perry, the problem is you? Like, love that. Like, love that for him.
What happened?
It's weird, right? I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Wrestling's a funny industry like this. I think I have more interest in the drama that follows Andrade than the Andrade matches. But sometimes that's all right. Like, you get that buzz around yourself, you get that sort of notoriety, and, the shock of him returning to AEW was intensified by the fact that he does have this notoriety, that he does have this prior reputation. I remember me and you having a conversation the day after his release was announced. It was like, well, where next?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, AEW was not on the list, like you sort of reference, well, maybe TNA, because that's just happening with a load of the WWE guys now anyway, but if you've alienated WWE, chances are you've alienated TNA too. It apparently doesn't matter. Like, I'd believe now if his AEW deal finished, he'd go back to WWE again. I'd have no reason to doubt that he wouldn't find his way back. There's something unique about him.
I was just about to say, the funniest possible timeline that isn't beyond the realm of possibility at the moment. Recently, Santos Escobar was really let go by WWE. His deal expired, and then the next day they offered him a much bigger deal with more creative promises.
Yeah.
You seeing what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
What if the Fed were like, hey, Andrade, here's a bigger deal.
Yeah.
stir some crap up in that that pissant promotion that Triple
Optics
H called
win.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they've offered him a crazy deal and he's trying to get fired? I don't know.
Oh my God, what a story. Yeah. It might, if he's back on WWE TV by the end of the year, it's like an all-time a year for a wrestler, isn't it?
It's incredible. Yeah. He's like a yo-yo. I love it.
Indeed. I guess like the Kenny Omega match will have to wait.
Yeah.
As will everything else to do with Andrade.
Well, it's like Kenny Omega's had a few of these recently where someone's beaten him up and there's been no follow-up. Kyle Fletcher had a big heat angle on Kenny Omega. Andrade's had one now and they've just not booked anything. And it's like...
He's made tentative mates with Jack Perry for Dynamite.
Yeah. What is this moment's first style of booking that has just totally taken over all wrestling where it's like, cool angle, no follow-up. All right, let's go. I hate it. I don't like it. One thing I do like, however, is NordVPN because it protects me online. And when I'm traveling, when I'm in the Netherlands, as I'm about to be in 2 weeks, I can be in the UK with a flip of the button and I can watch all my shows.
Yep.
And get on Netflix and I can watch Mrs. Brown's Boys if I really want to.
Honestly, man, that's all he's been trying to wedge Mrs. Brown Boys into the content for years.
I'm daft for it.
It's his jam.
EastEnders, it's right there on iPlayer. Check out the deal. Over 70% off. 3 months, not 6. 3 months for free. If you sign up right now, the deal doesn't go anywhere. It's right here.
Stephanie McMahon recommends watching The Fed on it.
She does.
Like, that's out there.
That was so good. Hey!
If you want to watch The Fed through NordVPN or other services, you might want to actually do it with the volume turned up for the first time in about 5 years because Def Rebel per bodyslam.net are on their final WWE contract. I know there will be a lot of people very pleased to hear that. Not least some of the wrestlers. We'll get to that in a second. They came through with this is a quote here saying, another source indicates the company is also expected to do some work with outside artists when it comes to music in the future, as they have recently with the likes of Megaran, Adam Jones, and Incendiary. This is in line with Def Rebel's contract, soon to be coming to an end after like a several-year run with the company. They were kind of the ones that replaced CFOs. They were fairly well regarded for some of the NXT themes they did at the time. And speaking of some of those NXT themes, we obviously have seen recently a few of them come back. Shinsuke Nakamura made his return to television with his like beloved theme from his kind of golden era. Sami Zayn got his back when he first turned babyface away from the bloodline. That was sort of really well regarded. Yeah. And the Street Profits, as recently as this Friday, SmackDown got their one back, leading to a further report from WrestleVotes at the time saying that the likes of Sheamus and Drew McIntyre had put requests in to get their kind of what a lot of people would consider golden era theme.
Lobster Head and Broken Dreams, baby.
Say goodbye to a pretty good bagpipes theme.
I like his bagpipe
I like the Drew McIntyre one. But anyway, he wants it, and it says a lot. Like, we've aggregated this hundreds of times. Wrestlers that have been very vocal about not liking the Def Rebel themes. It's a huge party presentation in WWE, especially. Yeah. It is astonishing to me that we've gone half a decade where a company known for this being such a massive part of the presentation has fallen so far. So we might be seeing, if you're that way inclined at least, a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to these Def Rebel themes. Yeah, so the themes suck. Most of them suck. You get to the Royal Rumble every year and it's like catchphrase crap riff or catchphrase crap trap beat that you can't identify. That Marvel boom. Yeah. Boom. Role model. And then it's like Def Rebel. Def Rebel is in the house. It sucks. Finn Balor is always the one I go to. How do you go from that Dimmu Borgir-esque symphonic masterpiece of a theme? He used Homecoming again. It was
exactly.
Amazing.
That was
so
like a
good.
reminder to whatever the hell he comes out to now. It's night and day. And look, there are some good ones, right? Roman Reigns, great. Gunther, great. There's probably some more you could name.
I like Stephanie Vaquez. That's one of the very few that I like of current time.
Yeah, you can sit here and make a list. There are some good ones there, but a lot of them suck.
Trash.
Far be it for me to say, these people are going to be out of work. That's good. WWE does need to change things up entrance music wise. Yeah. And look, I don't think it's as simple as rehiring Jim Johnson. That man is in his 70s, and I know there were some, loyalty disputes with issues with CFOs or something like that, and there was maybe some things that weren't reported regarding that relationship, maybe not working for the best towards the end. But come on, we got to do better than this. Like, you're WWE. This has always been your strong point, man. You used to have flipping glass shatters, immediate. Bret Hart, immediate. DX, flipping HBK, Ultimate Warrior. Even, look, Hulk Hogan sucks.
Yeah.
Real American, all-time great theme. That's Rick Derringer, obviously. But yeah, this used to be your carte blanche. This used to be the thing you were better than everybody else at. Right now, Mikey Ruckus is making you look like idiots. He's making you look like buffoons.
I don't know if I'm like slaughtering sacred cows when I say this as well, but like what Def Rebel haven't done, and maybe they should have done it more. If you look at some of Jim Johnson's best and CFO's best, they're kind of just lifting and to Jimmy Hart as well, by the way. This is not an exclusive WWE thing.
Oh yeah,
they're just lifting and tweaking some popular tunes. TNA did it with Dale, what's his face? Like there, Dale Winton, yes, and Dale Oliver. There was the two Dales, of course, that famously made TNA.
The double deal.
Like you just borrow and tweak some famous
Dales.
songs so it sounds familiar and people get on board with it straight away.
The Lake District.
The Lake District, like famously, the Lake District being like composing all these themes, some of the best themes in wrestling history. Keswick,
yeah,
like
can't get parked there.
No, like Windermere, like some of my favourite composers were in the Lake District. Yeah. All I'm saying is, like, it was often just as simple as tweaking a few famous songs to sound more wrestling.
They go deep as well. Jim Johnson, the APA theme is Biohazard Urban Discipline. It's
like find a one that you might not know.
They took the riff. Bom, 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 bom. It's a great riff to steal, to be fair. And only freaks like me are going to notice that kind of thing. Just do better. Just get it better. What are we talking about? I don't know. Kota Ibushi. That's not good. That's not good either. Flipping he's going to be injured for 2 years. According to his doctors. But it's okay, because he's got good DNA, and that's going to save everything. Okay. Apparently. Folks, I don't know what's going on here, but Kota Ibushi, who recently broke his leg wrestling for AEW, it was on Collision. They did like a big angle with Kenny Omega returning and Mark Davis and all of this stuff to kind of cover up for it. But he's posted a video in hospital of his leg. It's all wrapped up and it's like blah 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 blah, strapped and papped. And he's posted this caption with it that has confused the hell out of me today. My current condition: 1 year to fully recover, 2 years until I can step into the ring again. What? For a broken leg? I believe in myself more than the doctors. That's worrying.
So the doctors think it's more.
Yeah. I absolutely don't believe it. I know I have amazing DNA that gives me the ability to heal. Okay. Kota Ibushi, you're not Lazarus, my friend. So, I don't like being a safety police or anything like that. Like, you should follow medical advice. Boss, how many times have you been out and returned too soon over the past 3 or 4 years, and it has led to greater issues down the road? I'm begging Kota Ibushi, stay out every single second that your doctors tell you to stay out, man. We've lost so many years of your career because of injuries and various problems over the past few years. Please get healed. Please get healthy. Please. If they say 2 years, take 2 years, my man. The world will keep spinning. You'll be all right. I know it sucks. What the hell?
I know we talk about safety police, but doctors are literal safety police. They are policing your safety. Man, 2 years. It looked a bad one. And there was initial discussions about like his femur and how rare it is that you can even like have that injury happen. But Kota Ibushi's had like a laundry list of really awful injuries over we're not just talking sprains and bumps and bruises. Like he's been through it over the last sort of 3 or 4 years. It's like as well, it's kind of a style that catches up with wrestlers historically as well. We like to think we learn from mistakes, but ultimately the cycle repeats and you get to the point where we all absolutely love that era of him and Naito going nuts on the apron, sort of 2018, 2019. Naito still works, but and Ibushi picking up these injuries, it is no joke. The style that they were practitioners of and kind of perfected as an art form for a while there for years, it does leave, the body remembers,
Yes.
And unfortunately, it's hitting some of them now. Get well soon, Kota Ibushi. That AEW put the match on they still aired it on Collision. You can watch it on YouTube where they've cut out the spot that he does it, but they did do 6 different angles of it first, so you can see it if you want it. It's odd because it's not one of those ones like where Sid's foot's hanging off or something like that, but it's just the way that he goes down. and stays down.
Yeah.
For someone like Kota Ibushi that would typically, as he's even saying here, will fight through ridiculous and inordinate pain to get back up. That man is down, flat, and needs help.
Yes.
It's clear that something has gone very, very wrong, and now the kind of the reality is setting, and it's the news that I think most people feared.
Yeah, it's ass. Yeah. 2 years. Has he made that up? I don't know. Maybe he's just doing it for dramatic effect.
Yeah, maybe.
He's a wrestler, but brother, if that's what they've said, take the 2 years, man, please.
Do you know who won't be taking the 2 years is away from wrestling is Chris Jericho, although seemingly not anyway. Obviously, there's been loads and loads of rumours about what's in the future for Chris Jericho. 2026, his contract is going to be up at the end of 2025. There's been all sorts of rumours about his return to WWE, and we're not here with that today, but we are here with something that might intensify those rumours ever more so. You might have seen that Chris Jericho has advertised details for his November 2026 cruise, the 7th edition of the Chris Jericho cruise. Historically, these things have matches, they have podcasts, live performances for Fozzy, and obviously, in the last several years, have featured prominently AEW wrestlers on the roster. They even had those Dynamite tapings that first time.
They did. Those were fun.
Fantastic, yeah. And he's done stuff like reunited Jericho with Paul White, having him worked in AEW. Well, here's the kicker. In the November 2026 one, there is no AEW talent advertised for this cruise. There's a big lineup of people on it. For the most part, I should say, it's not exactly WWE wrestlers. It's wrestlers that are without a contract. You've got Saraya is prominently featured. Shotzi Blackheart's at the top of the advertising. There's loads of indie wrestlers and loads of names that you will know, but it was just notable by their absence, anyone from the AEW roster. This is not until November 2026. The world can change 10 times between now and then. Yeah. And indeed, if Chris Jericho was to re-sign in AEW, you can fully expect those names to trickle onto that big poster. But the fact they're not there has got more people thinking that this is it for Jericho in AEW. And with a Royal Rumble return, pretty much the earliest Jericho could arrive, we could be seeing it sooner rather than later too.
Yep, for sure. His deal's up at the end of the year, reportedly. It seems to me like he's on his way, which is fine. We can't... I think it's disingenuous to pretend that Chris Jericho was crap all the time in AEW. I think that's unfair because Le Champion was incredible. And
the weird 2022 Renaissance was something else.
Absolutely. He could still pull out, like, the first Eddie Kingston match rocked.
Yeah, Quake by the Lake, one of my favourite AEW matches ever.
Tremendous. Like, tremendous bit of business. He's always got that stuff. He always had that stuff in him. But, like, tremendously important guy for the formation of this company. He also gave his all to it, too, as well. He fully bought in. He wasn't there just to collect a paycheck. He did all the PR, he did all the press, he did all the legwork that a veteran presence needs to do. He has absolutely benefited that company more than he has taken away. Now, look, recent years had some not so good creative in there. The Learning Tree, not so great. The Eddie Kingston feud going on for like 12 years, not so great. There's plenty others as well. The Jericho Appreciation Society, Jake Hager's hat. There's lots you can talk about there. But we have to balance it out, and you have to give a full appraisal of his time there. It has been a net positive in my view. Now, goes back to WWE. Royal Rumble spot seems like the natural place for it. He's obviously a huge name. Look, it's in Saudi Arabia, and we know one thing about Saudi Arabian crowds. They love big stars.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a huge reception when he goes back there. And we'll see what he does, man. We'll see what he does. I learned a long time ago that if you bet against Chris Jericho reinventing himself, even after like a year of rubbish, he's going to make you look like a buffoon because he'll find something, right? He will find something really stupid, like a list, and get it over. And you'll be like, you got me again, Jericho, you scoundrel. So I wouldn't bet against it happening again. I think this is just best for all parties at this point.
Time is a strange beast as well. Let me melt your mind with some numbers. Should Chris Jericho return at the Royal Rumble next year, 2026, it would be 8 years since he last appeared in WWE at a Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. The greatest Royal Rumble, of course. That was his last appearance for the company. 8 years is 4 times the amount from when he had his first break. You remember when he left and then he came back with the short hair?
Of course.
That was a 2-year break. This is 4 times the absence. 8 years of nostalgia is a powerful drug for like pro wrestlers in general. Like that, you mentioned that pop in Saudi Arabia. You can expect those for Break the Walls Down alone in buildings between sort of everywhere between January and WrestleMania. There is a guaranteed WrestleMania build out of a Chris Jericho return.
Oh yeah.
Whether Triple H likes it or not, which historically was the case with the old game ski. He puts himself right back in the mix if he does return in that specific spell as well. I'm not the biggest Jericho guy, but I'd be lying if I said that, like, you can't deny that he will take a significant spot for that one WrestleMania season at very least.
Who's the funniest part? You know, like the meme with Chris Jericho is that he spots something getting over and like attaches himself to it, right?
It's a heel against CM
What's the
Punk,
funniest thing he could do?
Triple H would piss himself getting to book Chris Jericho versus CM Punk.
Yeah.
He would be thrilled with that.
Well, if he's like, hey, Stephanie Vaquero, you're really over it.
I'm doing the devil's kiss.
How about Vicarico? Hey, there you go.
Oh my god, I love it.
He's gonna have something like that where he teams up with a guy.
He's gonna want one of AJ's last matches.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he definitely is.
He's gonna put the I can do that as well. I'll put the old gear on. You know.
Remember our 3 3/4 star WrestleMania match? Let's run it back.
Yeah,
baby.
It's happening.
It
feels like it's happening.
Let us know what you think. Check out the morning news that's on your screen right now. We will see you soon. Bye.